Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to my video presentation about my internship program report at PT Pinnacle Persada Investama. So today, I will explain about my field of work at Division Accounting and Finance at PT Pinnacle Persada Investama. So before we start it, let's start with Bismillah. Okay, first of all, I want to let me to introduce myself. So, my name is Akmal Andriyansyah from Professional Accounting Class 1 with number registration 17045180012 2018. Today, I will presentate about first, time and place, second, field of work, third, obstacle and how to manage it, and the last is conclusion. First is time and place of internship. In this session, I will explain about time and place of my internship. Before we talk about time and place of my internship, let me to explain about what is internship. Internship is a period of work experience offered by an organization or company for a limited period of time in order to gain work experience or satisfy requirement for qualification. So my internship program held on 13 July until 2 October 2020 with the work time for 8 hours from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. with the break time for 1 hour during 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. I work for 50 works day from Monday until Friday. And the place of my internship program is PT Pinnacle Persada Investama. PT Pinnacle is a management of investment company founded under the umbrella of Ares Quantum Capital, the predecessor company of Pinnacle Investment. The firm initially focused primarily on providing quantitative-based portfolio strategies and risk management service for Indonesian institutional investors. PT Pinnacle Persada Investama based location on Capital Place Building, 41 floor, Gatot Subroto Street, number 18, Mampang Perapatan, South Jakarta. Next is company history. PT Pinnacle Persada Investama established in 2011 with three people in a single room who believed they could build a better asset management firm in Indonesia. The company embraced a strong fiduciary culture, a commitment to putting our clients' needs and interests first. And in 2015, in order to serve Indonesian institutional and retail investor better, the firm established an Indonesian-based asset management arm and adopted the name Pinnacle Investment, a limited liability company domiciled in Indonesia. In June 2015, Pinnacle Investment was granted an investment management license by Indonesian Financial Service Authority or OJK and officially opened for business in Indonesia. PT Pinnacle Persada Investama surely have an organizational structure to explain the work of each division. This picture is the organizational structure of PT Pinnacle Persada Investama. And this is the place during my internship program. Accounting and Finance Department or Division, headed by Mrs. Prayatus Solihah as Senior Accountant and Mr. Yunus Imran as Finance Staff. PT Pinnacle Persada Investama or Pinnacle Investment have some general activities as a management investment based on stock market regulation, Undang-Undang Pasar Modal number 8 years 1995, general activities as management investment is first, manage customer assets. Second, deciding which investment instrument to use. Third, determine the time to sell investment instrument. Fourth, provide reports on the condition of customer assets or funds. And the last is calculating the fair market value of securities in the mutual fund portfolio for the purpose of calculating the net asset value of the mutual fund by the custodian bank. And now we are going to talk about field of work my internship program. So, field of work my internship program is first handle the petty cash transaction, second preparing a daily payment, and the third is calculating the sharing management fee, and the last is prepare a billing form and paying tax bill. First off, my field of work is handle the petty cash transaction. Let's start with the definition of petty cash. Petty cash based on Sumarso S.R. year 2009, chapter 320, is a certain amount of cash that's set by the company and used to finance operational needs. Petty cash have a small balance than bank account or other. So, during my internship program, this is the step to prepare petty cash journal entries. First of all, I get the document that proving the transaction using petty cash from other staff and check it if it already complete the requirement or not. And then open the Dynamis application on computer. Dynamis is system of company. Input the username and password owned by the staff. After that, choose the menu button and click the add option. Fill the description section with the description about the transaction and brand section, also department section, fill with number 1. Also means sub an account with chart of account of the transaction. Do it in debit on credit column. Next, check it all if it already complete and correct before saving the transaction. Save and print the transaction and don't forget to unite it with the document proof for the administration needed. Place it in the owner of petty cash transaction. Input the transaction in the budgeting Excel for the petty cash. It will using for daily monthly report to the senior accountant. The second field of work during my internship is daily payment transaction. Daily payment transaction, it means made a payment transaction in connection with company bills related to company operation. So step to prepare payment invoice using bank account is check it the requirement of the invoice and calculating the tax in the transaction. After that, place it in the pending payment map to get approved by senior accountant. If it already approved, take the invoice and BCAK response to get the password of company account bank. Second, open the computer and go to the Click BCA website. Fill the username and password section with the company owned, and then choose the transfer fund menu. In the transfer fund menu, directed the cursor to the transfer to other bank account or BCA account equals to the invoice. After that, fill the column description with the invoice information like number of invoice, goals of invoice, and check if the transaction are already complete or not. Next step, choose the transfer when get authorization. Click next and check it the transaction again in preview page. Choose the send option for finish the transfer. In the end of the day, print the daily mutasi account. In the information of account menu, choose the mutasi account and set the bank account and that need to be printed. After that, download the file and print with A4 paper. Give it to the senior accountant for journal needed. And the third of field of work is sharing management fee calculation. What is sharing management fee? Start with management fee. Management fee is commission of investment manager for the ability and time in managing investment portfolio or fund. As a manager of investment, a company didn't sell the mutual funds alone. They worked with Upwork or mutual fund selling agent. And in the corporation, the company will divide the management fee earned by Upwork or mutual fund selling again. That's we call sharing management fee. And this and now this is the step by step to prepare sharing management fee calculation. First of all, I asked the operation division for the subs and redeem recapitulation for the previous one. Next, I open the end file and list and sharing fee upward at finance folder. After that, go to the sharing fee apart file first and look to the mutual fund list. Choose the mutual fund will be calculated. For example, PHF mutual fund. Change the date of the transaction become this date. Copy the end unit column and paste as value to the begin unit column based on the formula I got from the senior accountant. And then delete all transactions that happened during the previous month. Be sure the amount of begin and end unit is same after delete all transactions. Next, open the NF list and choose the appropriate date and mutual funds will be calculated. And then copy and paste as value the NAV list to the fund underscore NAV column on sharing fee upward file. Next, open the subredeem mutual fund file. Select short share option on SA name column. Choose the upward name also the mutual fund name will be calculated. To get easier doing work, sort for the first subs or redeem transaction in transaction column, and then copy and paste the as value due with date and type of transaction to the sharing fee upward file. For example, for the subs type, copy and paste to the subs underscore data column, and for redeem type to the redeem unit or redeem nominal column. Next step, be sure the type of transaction amount, date, and NF list copied is matched. If already sure, match the not amount column or the yellow column at bottom right corner with the summary sheet is matched or not. To get sure to calculate, we can do the manual calculating using the formula that given from senior. After finishing to calculate, save the file and place it to the finance folder and tell to the senior to check the correctness of the calculation before doing the payment. And last is step by step to prepare a billing form and tax bill payment. First, I get the tax recapitulation document from tax company consultant and then go to compare the tax recap with tax general ledger. If the tax recapitulation is correct, go to the computer to open DGP online website. Fill the NPWP and password owned by the company, also the security code. After that, choose by option and then click Enabling option. Wait until the screen has changed. Fill the information needed to with information text recap. Next, be sure the information has entered already correct. Finally, click billing create billing code and automatically billing code will get download of for the next get paid. After that, I must pay the tax bill using e-banking. First, open the ClickVidya website, input the username and password like usual. At the start screen, click Bills Payment and choose Create Bills Payment. Wait till screen change. Next, choose the State Revenue on Payment option and then fill billing code section with billing code made before. Choose number account will be used and click Next. Be sure the information on the screen already correct. Do with billing code and then choose Send to get sure the payment already finished. Choose transaction status on bills payment menu. Input the date will be displayed and click Next. Wait till the information sound. After that, after the transaction success, print the proof transaction. and then input the payment to the journaling by a senior accountant. Now, we are going to talk about obstacle. During my internship program, I'm also now without obstacle on finishing my job. I'm also finds the obstacle. The obstacle I find during internship is first, lack of understanding regarding the flow of fund disbursement at the bank and classification of journaling transaction account. Second, there are many regulations related to taxation, causing difficulties in the classification of tax rate and the tax reporting stage. Third, not yet familiar with using the Excel application, so it's difficult to use formula and so many a new word in the capital market. And how I manage it? First, trying to find out first through the internet and achieve of complete work to help solve the obstacle at hand. Second, if the first way has not produced result, I will ask the problem that occurred to the supervisor by providing an explanation and the effort that have been made. And the last, trying to write every explain or solution I get for the next. And also, I can ask him to the order of his staff for the problem I faced before asked to the supervisor. Now, let we are going to talk about conclusion. So, during my internship program at Pinnacle Investment is an amazing experience that gave me more knowledge and working experience as an accountant that will useful in the future. There is some conclusion from my internship at PT Pinnacle Investment or PT Pinnacle Persada Investama. First, I get in-depth knowledge in the field of accounting, especially in cash management, tax payment, and calculation of sharing fee in investment fund management company. Second, gain new insight in the world of investment and investment accounting science. Besides that, the practitioner also finds new term in the world of capital market. Third, I became familiar with the flow of tax reporting and calculation and how to deal with the tax issue. Fourth, I was trained to be a strong person and ready to work under pressure and learn to respect and accept the opinion of others. And the last, I also get a new friend and mutually supportive relationship from my during internship program. And finally, we come to the end of section this presentation. If you have any suggestion or question, you can email me at akmalandian.aa@gmail.com. And I want to say thank you for you all watching my video. And the last word is thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.